Men. The May 1st Burst celebration, here tomorrow, Thursday, May 1st, 12 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. A full 12-hour stream of men celebrating the May 1st Burst.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know.
Breasts.
Thought I would get festive with the background. It's Burstmas Eve. Exploding with satisfaction. Anyway, I would have stopped. No, I got to stop. All right. So, are you getting a Switch 2? Are you hard for a Switch 2? He's hard.
You're like one hard.
Listen, I'm going to just tell you right now. The Switch 2 is going to be the final nail in the coffin of physical media, at least on a mass scale. There'll be niche products out there that you could buy, if like limited run games. Don't get me started on them. I know their backstory, but if you think that the days are going to continue where you could go to a retailer for years upon years to come and get your favorite game in terms of getting it as a physical copy, come on, man. Come on. It's the days have been numbered for a very long time. I'm surprised that you could still go to a store and get a physical copy of a game, probably because the internet infrastructure around the world isn't set up where people could just download an entire game easily yet. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And the Nintendo Switch 2, what they're doing with their new key cards, in a way, they're kind of helping physical media. If you want to trade your digital games, if you want to buy games and sell them to friends because you have the key card, it's great. What Nintendo is doing with these, let me explain real quick. With these key cards, there is no data on them. Basically, like, if you're like me and if you so let me explain what key cards are for the Nintendo Switch 2. It's similar to if you've ever purchased something like Pro Tools before, if you're into music production. A key card, you go to the store and you buy a physical copy of a game. The key card isn't going to contain data of the game. Okay, you're still going to have to download it like you bought it from Nintendo's eShop, but that key card, you have to put it in like a cartridge into the Switch 2, and that enables you to play the game. Even if you have the game downloaded to your Switch, you take the key card out, you can't play it. It's like essentially a security key. Again, with audio production software, this has been a thing for years where you have to have something plugged into the USB port, or maybe USB-C now, for the software to run. They essentially took a play out of that book. But understandably, people who want to preserve games and people who want actual physical media aren't happy about this, and they've been doing some digging. And here is a list of games for the Switch 2 that are confirmed to be on these key cards, meaning there is no data. You have to put this key card into the Switch 2 to play it, but you still have to download it to actually play the game. And once you pop out that cartridge, I know I'm repeating myself, I just want to make sure it's clear. Even though the game is downloaded onto your Switch 2, you ain't playing it. Here's the list. Raidu Remastered, Yakuza 0 Director's Cut, Puyo Puyo Tetris 28, Sonic X Shadow Generations, Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster, Street Fighter 6 Year 1-2 Fighters Edition, Hitman World of Assassination, and Daemon X Machina Titanic Scion will also be on a key card in Japan. Now, first-party games from Nintendo and some others are actually going to be on the cartridge, which is good. Here's a list of games that are confirmed for that. Cyberpunk 2077, Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma, and the US version of Daemon X Machina Titanic Scion will be on the cartridge in the United States. Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Super Mario Party Jamboree, and Mario Kart World. Now, to me, the glass half full perspective of this, and I think this is a huge positive, is you remember with the current Switch, you would go to a store and there would be I can't even think of the games right now. There'd be countless games that you would open the box and there would just be nothing but a code that you would go to the eShop and download your game with. You can't go back and bring that back to the store. You can't trade that. You can't do anything with it. Once you use that code on your Switch, that game is permanently yours, and you can never sell it. You can never trade it. You can't do anything with it. At least with these key cards. Again, I understand why people are angry, and I hear you. But at least with these key cards, you could do things with them. They are still, in a way, a physical piece of media, unlike just getting a piece of paper in a box. But, you know, look, here we are, man. This has been coming for a long time, okay? And I've been one of the people who've been shouting from the mountaintops, shirtless, looking like Sasquatch, that even though you have, I don't have a game in front of me, of course, even though you have a physical copy of a game, the whole game isn't on there. I don't care if it has a 1 megabyte update or if it has a 1 terabyte update. The game, you are still not getting the complete product on the disc or cartridge, and it's been that way for a while. And these numbers of how much video game physical sales have declined from 2008, I got these from Matt Piscatella, executive director and video game industry analyst of Circana. There's no way in hell I was going to remember that off the top of my head. I tried, trust me. It shows you, man, it's not looking good for physical copies of games. He posted this in January 2025. The rate of decline in U.S. physical video game software spending accelerated in 2024. Spending on physical video game software in the U.S. has been cut in more than half since 2021 and is now more than 85% below its 2008 peak. We will see if the Switch 2 can help reverse this trend in 2025. You may see a spike for a while, but it'll be temporary, and I'm sure the trajectory of people not buying physical copies of games will continue to accelerate. And before everyone thinks I'm a cheerleader for digital distribution, I'll tell you a quick story. I'll make it quick. I remember back when the Switch first came out, and I had a bunch of physical games, and I thought at the time, my 1-year-old son, I had like a plastic red case they were in. I thought he lost them. It wasn't him that lost them. They were in a basket of clean laundry. Somehow they got in there, probably because of me. And I remember thinking, man, this is a portable system. I'm not buying physical games for this. They're just going to get lost. These tiny cartridges are going to get lost, especially with having kids. And I went full digital distribution with the Switch. Fast forward to 2025, 2025. I didn't have a Switch for a while. I got rid of my OLED Switch and didn't really have a system. And I knew, like, all right, let me get back into the Switch, get back into playing games on there. I know the Switch 2 is coming, so I went out and bought a Switch OLED. Didn't have access to my old email. Yeah. So, but luckily, there was a happy ending. Called Nintendo. They were very helpful. Got my email changed. And all the games I purchased throughout the years digitally, I had access to again. But imagine imagine if Nintendo wasn't able to help me. Okay, there's other places that I had that email with that are like, you're out of luck with trying to get access back to your account. We can't help you. Imagine Nintendo said that. Probably, sadly, thousands of dollars I spent on Switch games would have been gone. There's the downside to digital distribution. And what happens if Nintendo one day goes out of business? Yes, it could be a thing. Or Sony, or Microsoft. You think when the company's closing its doors, they're going to be concerned about preserving games when they're not making money off of it anymore? No. So I get it. I understand the downfalls of not having physical media. But you have to understand when you go out and buy a game, even if it's a small update, when you get it home that you have to download from the internet, you're still not getting the complete copy of a game. And we have been the post-physical media era in gaming for a very long time. I don't like it. I wish it wasn't this way, but that's just the reality of it. And it's more convenient, and the average consumer always wants convenience, and the average consumer always dictates where an industry goes. Go to the mall right now and see if you can pick up a music CD of your favorite artist easily. You can. Times have changed. This is Rich of Tomorrow, Rich Tomorrow, signing out. Have a good one. I almost said Rich of Review Tech USA. Did you hear that? You better be here for the stream tomorrow.
Hey, if you watched the whole video, what the hell are you doing? You're not subbed yet? Click that sub button. I live stream here all the time. We have a good time. Make sure to become a subscriber. It's free. Click the button now and hit that bell too. Be a man.